Okay, the only question I had after walking out of Wicked, is he straw everywhere? I mean, even down there? I'm just asking for a friend now. Hey everyone, it's Sharana from Pay or Wait, and today I'm going to be reviewing Wicked for Good, which is currently playing in theaters. This film is directed by John M. Chu. It stars Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, and we have finally made it to the end of this two-film epic. Okay, I'm sorry, I got a little excited. My bad. All right, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, hello, so glad you came. I hope you stay. I'll tell you what I liked about the film, what I didn't like about the film, and should you pay or wait to see Wicked for Good in theaters. Now, going into what I enjoy most about this film is really the performances from Cynthia and Ariana. I mean, they are so fantastic in these characters, and they have really redefined Glinda and Elphaba for this new generation. But I really want to go in deeper into the acting with them, because I think a lot of times when you have performers, vocalists like Cynthia and Ariana, people tend to like discount their performance because it's just like, yeah, they're great because their voices are amazing. But there is some really great acting that these two are bringing to this film. And I want to start with Cynthia because I love that there's so much difference. There's growth with Elphaba that we see from the first film to the second film, which is crazy because they filmed this all at the same time. Even how Elphaba carries herself in Wicked for Good, how she looks, that's a shout out to like the hair and makeup. She looks different. She feels different. You can see that she is someone who has had to become even stronger. Someone who is more settled into what their power is, even though she still feels like she can't control it. But I love watching her on screen. There's something about her presence that she brings to Elphaba that when you watch her, you want to root for her. You want to pay attention to her. You want these things to work out, and you want her to feel like she can be accepted. But I really love when you have this switch after No Good Deed, when she understands that this is how the world is going to see me no matter what is happening. And I really love that we get to see even more depth and even more expression from her after No Good Deed towards the end of the film. I think that Cynthia has always been fantastic in everything that she does. I just really hope that people give both of them their props, because it's one thing to be a great vocalist, but to also be just an overall well-rounded performer on top of that. I just think it's so amazing what Cynthia has been able to do with a character like Elphaba. Now also too, Ariana Grande, I can see why people came out of this movie like, oh my gosh, she was such a standout. I'm gonna get into that also in the cons of the film, because I feel like what the film is trying to say, it actually gave into that as we tried this redemption arc with Glinda. But I will say that even though Glinda is an op in this film, and if y'all are not ready to receive that, that's fine. We're going to talk about that in a later video. But I really do think that it's the charisma, the charm that Ariana brings to Glinda. Even though she has done all these terrible things in this movie, you still just look at her like, oh, okay. Like, okay, girl, like, you still terrible, but you know what? Go ahead and do something better. Change for the better, all right? I think that the comedy that she brings to Glinda, you get to see a more vulnerable side of Glinda and how she's able to interchange in between being funny, but also too, showing that behind this glamorous, girl or woman, that there's someone who's really hurting. There's someone who still feels like they're yearning for that one piece that they're still missing. And I think that there's great balance that Ariana brings to the character, where she doesn't become too much of just all comedy. She does a really great job of showing you in those tender moments that she is a woman who is still fighting with who she wants to be on the inside as well. Now for the songs, okay? Because that's what I came to Wicked for Good for. My favorite performance in this film is No Good Deed. Like, duh, what else would I say would be the best song in Wicked for Good? It was definitely No Good Deed. But I do want to give props to John M. Chu, because what he brought to that sequence and how you actually see No Good Deed unfold is why, like, I know people get so mad when they do these adaptations, like, why do we need a film version? But being able to see No Good Deed like that on the big screen, it was so good. It was so good, y'all, that I had to go see the movie again because I just wanted to watch No Good Deed for a second time. But also, too, to the people in my press screening, they were trying to keep it cute, okay? Everybody was trying to be cute. They weren't trying to clap and stuff. After No Good Deed happened, baby, No Good Deed was so good, I started clapping. I said, I know that's right. Everybody in there trying to keep it cute. So I made sure that the theater gave it up for my girl Cynthia, because she absolutely murdered No Good Deed. Literally one of my favorite parts of the entire film. Now also too, As Long As You're Mine, y'all, okay? Oh, Elphaba, you better get your back blown out in a PG movie. I see you. I mean, we didn't really see what was happening because the movie was PG. But you know what? All I gotta do is put on a little cardigan and get some stuff popping. My parents watching this. That I'm just saying that I don't be doing nothing if they watching. I really don't be doing nothing. Let me stop lying like that. But I was really happy to see, like, get that little something going on, okay? It's always, you discounted Alphaba, but she was the one who got her boo thing. You better get up in there, Fiero. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it cute. But as long as you're mine, it was really cute. I love the duet between Cynthia and Jonathan. I'm gonna keep it PG for this video. Now, also, too, I couldn't be happier. That's just like a personal favorite of mine. I really love Ari singing that. And then also, too, For Good. I mean, of course, we've been changed for the better. Like, yes, it was good. But No Good Deed is still my favorite. Now, I do want to give kudos to Jonathan Bailey because even though Fiero didn't get the shine that he deserved, all right, I still loved him as Fiero. And I think that I would say after Elphaba, if we're looking at people who just had really big character growth and transformation, it would have to be Fiero. Like, from where we met him being so like self-absorbed into himself, not caring about anything else that was going on, to see his character progression from the first film to this one, I really loved Fiero. I thought that I wish we could have spent even more time with him, delved a little bit deeper into him, but I really wanted to give Jonathan Bailey kudos. Now, also to Ethan Slater, he said, you know what, y'all always over here talking smack, but what I'm gonna do with the screen time that I have is eat every single second up. And that is what Ethan Slater did. I loved him as Bach. That transformation that happens with Bach was just, it was perfect. I loved it. Killed every scene he was in. Now, he got a little bit too angry towards, like, when they do the March of the Witch Hunter, but I was just like, okay, Bach, damn, like, I know you had some stuff happen to you, but dang, like, ooh, okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna send up a prayer for Bach that he find the healing that he deserves and needs. All right, costuming, hair and makeup, 10 out of 10. I love that we see that Oz feels even bigger as we go from the first Wicked film to we go to this one. It is darker, but I love the costuming. I love how it shows the progression of all these characters. They don't feel like they're at shiz anymore. They're adults now. They're in society. They're doing these different things. I really did like the costuming and the hair and makeup. Now, going to the cons of the film, because I do have some issues with Wicked for Good. I really don't like how they handle Nessa's character. Now, Nessa, I know she ain't ish, y'all. I know she isn't, okay? I know that. But I do feel like I wish we could have delved a little bit deeper into how when the world doesn't see you as a whole person, or when the world discounts you because of how you look, how that can really play into changing your mental psyche. If you're constantly looking at these representations of what is beautiful or who is the woman that should be desired, that does a lot to your psyche. I've had to deal with that, okay? And I really wish that we could have delved deeper into that because it just seems so childish for her to be like, okay, so you don't like me, you like her, like, I'm going to do all these wicked things now. I really wish we could have delved a little bit deeper, spent a little bit more time to really show how when those things happen to someone, even as good as they started out, that it can really turn them into somebody dark. And I just wish we could have took just a few more moments to delve into that, to delve into Fiero a little bit more. But I know they wanted to stick to the source material, whatever. But Madame Morrible, now because it's Sunday, I'm not trying to go to hell today, so I'm gonna keep it cute. But as somebody who gets pissed off every single time that I play one of my favorite songs from the first movie, The Wizard and I, that I have to like literally go to 1 minute and 5 seconds of the song just to skip Madame Morrible's part, I don't understand why you would do Michelle Yeoh like this. Because Michelle Yeoh, she a badass, okay? But if she told you she can't sing, then why would you put her in a musical singing? That's like if I went to go audition for Wicked. I'm not going to do that because I can't sing, okay? I know my limits, and she told you what her limitations were, okay? There's very few limitations that she has, but you still decided that you was going to embarrass her like that and mess up my songs. I said I wasn't going to get upset. I said I was going to keep it cute. I'm going to keep it cute. I'm going to keep it cute. I'm going to keep it cute. It don't make no sense. I'm sorry. It don't make no sense. You could at least dubbed over her voice. Honestly, I can't think of her name, but the one who sung This Is Me from Greatest Showman that was in the first Wicked, y'all should have just had her play Madame Morrible. Shirley Ralph could have played Madame Morrible. It was so many other people that could have played her. And if you just really needed to have Auntie Michelle Yeoh in it, then just have somebody sing over her voice. Okay. Okay, I get about you wanting to help your people, okay? But it's too many Filipinos out here that can sing they behinds off. It's so many other people that can sing. I said I wasn't gonna get upset. I said I wasn't gonna, okay, I'm sorry. I'm moving on. All right, now, the biggest argument that I've had with people about Wicked for Good is they say, Sharonda, the second act is short. They're following the source material. But here's where I say that is not a good enough excuse, because y'all wanted to add 2 unnecessary songs to this movie, The Girl in a Bubble, which honestly, I think why I don't care for Girl in a Bubble is it comes after No Good Deed and March of the Witch Hunters. So you're just like going off the energy of that. And then y'all want me to feel sorry for somebody who grew up rich and loved and cared about. No, I was just rolling my eyes the whole time in Girl in a Bubble. Beautiful, like sounded beautiful gown, sounded good, but like, that wasn't needed. And then No Place Like Home, like my people were going into the Yellow Brick Underground Railroad, okay? And you finna see there's no place like home? Hell yes, there is. If that means me saving my life. Don't nobody care about home. Home is trying to kill me. No. Okay, I'm sorry. I got upset about that again. But if you wanted to take the time to add 2 new songs that are not a part of the source material, then instead of adding those 2 new songs, I don't know, we could have focused more on Fierro. We could have focused more on Nessa. We could have even just delved into more about what is Elphaba's purpose. Because I think we kind of lost that after the first one. The whole point was she was upset that the wizard was lying to the people of Oz. And also, too, they were capturing these animals, like taking away their voice, taking away their rights, not allowing them to work. And so like, I felt like we kind of missed that. And then you try to do No Place Like Home. It's just like, Elphaba girl, read the room. Don't nobody want to hear that mess right now. So I just felt like if you're gonna add new songs, then that crosses out the whole excuse of people saying you gotta follow the source material. Because sometimes source material can be evolved, okay? It can be evolved for a new generation. It can be expanded. We could just add a little bit more depth to it. And I just really felt like we could have did that, all right? Now, I don't know who decided to do this whole announcement saying that Coleman Domingo, who I love dearly, that he was the Cowardly Lion, but that could have been an email. Because when the part happens and it happens for 0.25 seconds, I was just like, y'all had my man talking about this, doing commercials to be in the movie for 0.25 seconds. I just don't understand. Also, too, justice to Bronwyn James, who like they act like she's not even a part of the cast. Also, to Bowen Yang, like the way y'all had Bowen up and down this press line, I was just like, why y'all didn't do more with Bowen? It was right there. Y'all could have found a couple more scenes for them to be in, but hey, here we are. So overall for me, I'm only there for the songs. And for the people who try to make it seem like it ain't no good songs, baby, I just named you 4 bops. There's 4 bops right then and there in part 2 for Wicked for Good. So people saying that, oh, the songs aren't that great, like, do your ears work? Were you listening to the same songs that I listened to? But I was here for the songs. I was here for the songs, for the gowns, for the production design. I was here for all of that, and I was happy with it. Now, as a movie, if I get critical into it, yeah, the movie's very messy. It's very messy, but they wanted to stick to the source material. So unfortunately, I can't really get mad at them if they were following something that's already been set in place. And people have the same issues with the stage play as well. But overall, for me, I still had a really good time with Wicked for Good. Like, there for the music. I really love the performances. I just wish we could have delved a little bit deeper into the motivations behind the characters to really add more depth to what is happening in Oz. Because it almost felt like if you walk out of Wicked thinking like Glinda is really this great person, then didn't you fall for the propaganda that the wizard was talking about in the movie? So I just need y'all to like sit and marinate on that for a minute. But we're going to get into that to another video because this video already too long. But those are my thoughts on Wicked for Good. As always, my name is Sharonda from Hero Waits. If you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. And until I see you again, bye.